Good morning. I just wait for people to kind of pop on here. Oh, what a day. Hello, Mr. Neighbor. Let's see. Let me play with my phone for a minute. So for those of you out there, just letting you know, International Bigfoot Conference is happening up in Washington. Brown Dwarf. Happy rising, my friend. Candy. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? Awesome. If you guys can hear me, just say yes when you get a chance. What up, what up? One up, Woodwork. What's up? Jesse, good morning. Love your readings. Thank you. Sorry for some of the interruptions in the last one this morning that came out. Um, my family came home a little earlier than I thought, so you can hear my 3-year-old in the background from time to time. You can probably hear him today. I'm gonna leave my window open. It's not as smoky here today. There's a little bit more smoke in the air than there was yesterday, but we've had some doozy wildfires here recently. So, and real quick for all of those of you in Texas, thoughts and prayers going out for you guys. Always mentioning in our prayers here, and for those of you who lost family members and everything, Lord bless you guys through it. Hope you get through it. I don't think you ever get through anything like that completely. I think that's one of those things that just follows you through life. Um, but you're going to run into other people that have that happen, and maybe that helps. Maybe to put you in a position to help others through that whole experience and let them know that you know life ends up being okay. You still carry the burden, but life ends up being good. So there you go. Hey, Ed. Awesome. Thoughts and prayers, Texas. Yes. Hey, Sasquatch org. What's up? Hey, don't forget, guys. I got PacWestBigfoot.com. Cool little coffee mug here. You see that bear and Bigfoot there, and a little print to go with it is a free giveaway. You can go over to PacWestBigfoot.com, PacWestBigfoot.com, and get that there. I'm a pastor who's really rich. Would you mind emailing me? PacWestBigfoot@gmail.com. PacWestBigfoot@gmail.com. If you'd like to sit down for an interview, just email me, and I'd like to just, if you don't mind, that'd be awesome, man. I'm a Christian too. I used to go to Applegate Christian Fellowship with John Corson. I go to Roseburg Christian Fellowship now, so it'd be awesome. SCSO, Southern California Sasquatch Organization. Hey, you guys, for those of you who don't know, there's a few people that I really love to follow online. There's William Jevening, a good friend of mine. I follow him all the time. There's also the Southern California Sasquatch Organization. You guys can go and follow them. Um, of course, there's Bono. Bono, you guys can go over there and listen into some of his interviews and stories he's got over there. Just absolutely awesome. So there you go. Yes, that would be great, Rich. We can set up a time. I've got quite a bit to do next week, but if you can email me, we can set up a time and just sit down for about a half hour, 45 minutes, go over your experience, and that would be awesome, man. For all of us, we'd all love to hear it. So I'll throw it up here on the channel. Okay, thanks, man. Other than that, I know some of you guys last week wanted to talk about cover-ups and why. And so that was going to be kind of the topic this morning. I know my wife has plans for me today, and I know this is basically a holiday weekend starting. So we are going to talk a little bit about that. And if you guys have any, like any sort of ideas or reasons that you think for any sort of cover-ups or anything, shoot them out here, put them out here real quick. I'm gonna close out these other windows over here and we can get conversating away. It sounds awesome. So let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. I think we are good to go. Awesome. All right, there we are. Love your videos. Just got a new rank in Boy Scouts. Nice! First ironclad. Awesome, awesome, buddy. Welcome on, welcome on. Bigfoot Days Festival this weekend, Willow Creek, California. Nice. Hey, Brown Dwarf, you mind taking some pictures, maybe sending me some I can use for some of the encounter stories and whatnot? It'd be great. What's happening in Texas? Sorry, I'm European, so out of the loop. Nope, that is okay, Jenny with a J. It is okay. Um, if you really want to follow a lot of stuff that's happening in Texas, you can just go to Fox News or something like that. It was a huge, massive storm. It was really bad. And it's going to be a long time cleanup. They're saying that it was probably worse than Sandy. So there we go. Lucky I'm not the only European. Ed. Hey Ed, what's up, man? Possibly they realize there's total lack of control over these creatures. Candy, I'm with you in the fact that first off, I believe that there's a pretty high dense population that maybe more than what most people think, and but at the same time it's still low. I mean, it's not like deer or turkey or even wild pigs in Santa Cruz, guys, which run all over that place. You can ask Dave. And I'll tell you this right now, you know, I think that could be one of the issues. They just can't volume up. You can't hear. Can you guys hear me okay? Most of you guys okay? You hear me okay? But I think that control over them is one of the issues. It's hard to control something so massive, so large, so hard to find. I think it's probably yeah. Haha, same here, Ed. You from the Netherlands? Hey! Oh, also, by the way, I am leaving this recorder out. I'm still trying to find some system that allows me to input, like, break, 10 hours worth of stuff. So I'm going to have to start shortening up the recordings. But I did get one strange thing. I'm going to try to pull it out of there somehow. That was kind of weird. It was like a googly garbage speak or something. It was like, that's what it sounded like. It was really weird, and I was like, okay. You can hear me fine. So okay, might be your own volume there on your thing. Me personally, I think that one of the reasons for cover up has to do with I would say that it's both kind of a tourism and I guess business, forestry, foresting, wood products. I think it's going to be kind of both. I really do. I don't think it's because these things are maliciously going out and tearing people apart. I think that they're opportunistic hunters, and I think sometimes we can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So is it, I think they would treat it more like grizzly bear or something huge and massive, something like that, or like mountain gorilla. Um, so if it was a known animal to the the rest of the population. I think it's about parks making no more money. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It'd be tourism and yeah. Driftless area. How's it going? Sounds good. God bless, brother. Yes, sounds awesome, man. Just give me an email and we will check that out. As a matter of fact, I'll go over here and check out my email while we're chatting here and make sure that's all there, and then we'll get that. Awesome. Um, some of you guys have been asking me about the my PacWest Bigfoot store. I'm actually going to be moving that over to. I'm going to be doing more of real quick. Be doing more of some Pacific Northwest styled stuff altogether. So I'll be moving that here. So there's nothing available right yet. Can you check out a YouTube channel called Jocko Podcast? He is a Navy SEAL officer or something like that. Yeah, I could go check that out. I could check that out later today. Been listening to a lot of William Jevning's channel. Are those real or supposedly real Bigfoot calls in the beginning of his? Those are supposedly real calls that were recorded. I sometimes listen to it like white noise, Jenny. At night in my ear, I'll listen to Bigfoot vocalizations, and you can put that in YouTube. And they've got like 4 or 5 series ones with like up to like 2 or 3 hours of like wood knocking and vocals and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome to listen to. Some of them, I'm not really sure about, but there are some in there that are just my mom actually was listening. I think it was number one within the first like 20 minutes or something. She's all, that's what I heard, when you were a kid and we were up camping. So, and that was in Southern Oregon up around Hyatt Lake area. So, Jacko goes back to Theodore Roosevelt and him starting National Park, or I mean, not Jacko, but Theodore Roosevelt. Yep. William intro is awesome. Yeah, I love William's intro. I actually run William's website. I gotta put some. He's got some more content for me. I gotta put on there, and yeah, I usually like to text him as well from time to time. So, my dad loves me watching Joko watch his second newest video. 89 brings him Medal of Honor holder. Nice. Hey, David. How's it going? How's it going? Awesome. When you get the chance, our country is gorgeous. Nice. Let's see. Let's actually ask William if he'd like to jump on here at some point in time. Let's go. Let's go, William. William Jevning. We'll go checking in, buddy. And then when he answers me back, we'll ask him to jump on. How about an interview with him? Would that be awesome? Awesome. There we go. I just text him. If they admitted they were very real danger, could be possibly face warlike conditions as they attempt to eradicate the threat. So almost because they are everywhere. Yeah, I'm not sure about the population of them. Me feeling as though they are some sort of warring threat. I think like any highly intelligent wild animal, it's going to protect itself, its young, its family units, and just basically speaking, I still believe that we are the dominant, apex predator on the planet, human beings. So I have a feeling William is in my area or close by. He lives down outside of the Bay Area. Yep. City Baker Yippers. Awesome. Nice. So I'm going to hang out here today, guys, for about a half hour. After that, I think my wife's got plans for me today. So awesome. That's my wife there. That is awesome. By the way, tree knock. Yes, I will one day. Let's see. Thanks, David. First time I heard those things screams, they actually really scared me. My dogs jumped up, too alarmed. Nice. Where was your experience again, Jenny? Where'd you hear that at? How much of the eclipse did you see, Dave? We got about 3/4 here, where I'm from. You'd have to go about hour and a half north of me to get the full eclipse. Hey, Linda. How's it going? How's it going? Awesome, awesome. And let's see. I'm going to see if I missed anything. You guys were talking just a little bit about our ideas or concepts about theories about cover-ups and why. Why the cover-up of Bigfoot if there is a cover-up. Which I believe there is. Just sent you an email. Sorry for the delay in returning it. No problem, Mike. No problem, buddy. Got it. We have Skunk Monkey in Iowa. Nice. Skunk Apes. Morning, afternoon. Will. How's it going, man? I'm packing to camp out this weekend at Willow Creek and conducting a day and nighttime investigation will be in the Tish Tang campground. Ooh, Tish Tang is pretty popular place, man. As a matter of fact, I think I have an encounter story. I have to create the backstory to it and everything still, but I have a pretty radical little experience there. I think it comes from the northwestern section, if I'm correct. I'd have to go back and look, but it was an actual visible with a little bit of what they said was chasing involved, where they were slightly chased. So I'll have to check it out. I'll send it over to you, man. Another PacWest live stream with my coffee. Oh, don't forget the Bob Gimlin's available over on SquatchCoffee.com or the Sasquatch Coffee Company. $15 of that goes to Bob Gimlin. So just so you know. Everyone, leave a like. Thank you. Thank you. Science would have a lot explained to do. The whole evolution story would be bunk. It's pretty much bunk anyways without any sort of, proof. I always tell people that right off the bat. It's like, you gotta have proof. And then I get people that scream at me all of a sudden like, evolution is absolutely true. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, what was a fern before it was a fern? Nothing. It's always been a fern. What was a dog before it was a dog? Nothing. It's always been a dog. There's no transitional species. Therefore, I know. Yeah. So there you go. If you can give me some sort of transitional species that's not some sort of black and white hand drawn picture that somebody made up, even last week on Instagram, let me know. Let me know what you got. Sorry, I meant the first time I heard the screams on William's channel. Oh, no worries. It's a little freaky, I'll tell you that. My mom said it was something that just it sent shivers down her spine. She was like, "What in the heck is that?" And the campers the next morning, everybody, she knew that people around us knew and heard it too, because there was people up here and there at the campfires, but nobody said anything. Not a word. Let's see, dude, having my coffee too. Me too. Got my coffee right here. Awesome. And I ordered some of the Bob Gimlin special blend. It's awesome. What good. Morning Booger Farm. I love that Wood Booger Farm. Had boogers tapping on the windows and hitting the house night before last. I'd really love to get you on here, Wood Booger Farm, on an interview if you don't mind. Sometime would love it. PacWest Bigfoot at gmail.com. Remember, guys, I'm just going to kind of let you know. I usually let you guys know before these live things start if you're new here. The stories, the encounter stories from PacWest Bigfoot are based on true stories. I do some creative writing in them, creating scenery and backstories sometimes, but the actual experiences, they're brief little experiences, encounter sightings. Some are not so brief. And what I do is I create that kind of backstory to them, and then I publish them out there for you guys. I like to consider myself more entertainment value. It's the live stream here and the interviews that are more of the research end of everything here, or kind of like the enthusiast side of everything, whereas the encounter stories are just based on true stories. So I want you guys to know that right off the bat, because I don't want you, some pretense of these are like, like I go in and do fact checking on these things. I don't. I am not the BFRO here. I will take your interviews. I will talk to you here. I will create based on true stories around based on true accounts. It's what I do. I love doing it. I love what I do. I've had my own experience. I have seen my own evidence out here. And this is why I do it, because I'm a creative guy. And I love the whole just this whole thing about Bigfoot. I am a huge enthusiast with this. So anywhere from East Texas, how did the boogers deal with the hurricane and flooding? Any stories? Haven't heard anything yet from that. I don't know if we will right now. There's just so much damage that I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. Let's see. It would be awesome to have Wood Booger Farm on. It would. So if you could, Wood Booger Farm, PacWest Bigfoot, PAC, PacWest Bigfoot at gmail.com. We'd love to sit down with you and do an interview if you don't mind. Half hour, 45 minutes, just share some of your really kind of really freaky stuff happening out there. That'd be great. Thank you. Let's see. Swim. We've heard of them swimming, especially up in the little channels and stuff between different places up in around Washington. Swimming from island to island or area to area. So it's not unheard of. Do I believe that they swim? I do. I believe they can swim. I wonder if the boogers are leaving my area because of the fires. Probably. We've had that here as well, the fires and everything, and we've noticed that things are just kind of died down right now. And I live in a pretty popular spot for visuals, and I have one guy that reported to me almost weekly about vocalizations and stuff up past Glide and Idlewild up there here in Oregon, and nothing for the last like 2 3 weeks or 3 weeks for like fires just blowed out. Will we be playing email tag? No, no, no. I will get back to you tomorrow morning and let you know that I got your email. I might even today when I get back from whatever my wife has planned for us here at 10 a.m. today. So, why not just get Google Hangouts? I do the interviews on Zoom just because it's a little bit more professional. It's easier to work with. And Google Hangouts sometimes has issues. I've never had any issues with Zoom. So easier. I chat with my grandma and grandpa on it. What do you think about Bigfoot versus Dogman? A lot of people ask me about Dogman. I'm not a firm believer yet in Dogman, but then again, I'm not a disbeliever in it. I'm just kind of I am a skeptic. Hey, even a Bigfoot guy can be a skeptic about things. I'm not sure about Dogman yet. Dogman versus would it be a dog? Would it be a type of Bigfoot? If it does exist, I really don't think it's. I'm not sure it would be a Bigfoot. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm just making my own opinionated guess. So you know. I got a few game cams up now. Nice. Wow. Uh, let's see here. There's 4 kinds of dog man. Hello all. Tin Man. Hey, Tin Man. What's up, man? Had scary ongoing encounter in Silverton in 2014 at our home. Ellen, PacWestBigfoot at gmail.com. PacWestBigfoot at gmail.com. PAC. And please, would love to hear about that. Would love to hear about that and connect with you. Especially up around the Silverton area. That's huge up there. Have heard it's more of a Bigfoot worth a bad moon face. You ever hear about the Bigfoot encounter in Gila Bend, Arizona? I think I remember hearing something about that or listening to an interview that talked about that. I believe so. Gee. Heard of Snow White Bigfoot? No, but I've heard of albino type of Bigfoot. Sorry, I'm late. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Heather. No, no problem. I hope all the family is doing well. Awesome. Keeping it in our prayers. Let's see. I can send an email about Bigfoot near my friend's house. That would be awesome, man. Send me one. Send me one. Is it the Tin Man? Awesome. I think Bigfoot have strength and cunning. Dogman would be more straight up, but has a more predator inclination. That would be pretty much my guess as well. Is that Dogman would be real straight up predator type of creature or animal. Do you cover extraterrestrial topics as well? No, I just deal with Bigfoot. I've found evidence myself. I've had an experience myself. Bigfoot has been a thing for me. Not too much of an extraterrestrial guy. Just like I'm not really too much of a Dogman guy, really. Just straight up Bigfoot. While most of the encounter stories that are based on true stories here from PacWest Bigfoot come from the Pacific Northwest, the interviews are from people all over North America. So they hang out together, my friends. Oregon, Cascades, yes. Let's see. Hello. Hey. 10-foot 5X. Hey. Oh, that would be awesome. Ironclad, send it on over, man. And yeah, as soon as Dwarf is done with his excursions into the woods, dude, let's get that blog put up so you can start putting together some of that evidence we can go out there and check out on the blog and everything else. That'd be sweet. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Have you ever gotten any Bigfoot stories from Arizona area PacWest? Yes, yes, I have some interviews. There's one awesome interview, maybe a couple of them on there in PacWest that have to do with New Mexico and Arizona. You can go back there through the YouTube channel and check those out. Just put in a search in there for it. Have you had Bigfoot stories from the UK? No, not really any from the UK. Not myself. I have heard of people having it out there. Um, And yes, David, I need help. Yes. As a matter of fact, guys, that's my original business. Is what I do online. I help people with their businesses online and web design and all that stuff. So yeah, yeah. And resend me access to your website again, dude. Give me the link. Give me the username and password so I can jump back in there. I want to make sure that plugins are updated because you don't want to get hacked or anything stupid like that. And then we'll start going through and let's put that stuff together. Let's get it up there before Halloween and have it out there so it's ready to go. Bigfoot habitat. Do they go into areas where we are the only big predator? The forest in my area has deer, turkey, no bears. Only seen fox. I photographed tree. Leans in a park nearby. I think they do. I have one encounter I'm actually currently working on right now, and she and he live at the back of a cul-de-sac that is in a southern Washington town. And behind that is really just some sparse fields, but mostly just leads into the forest and stuff. And there's a walking path that comes through the area from behind there that kind of circles their whole community. But they've had it. They said it's peeked over their fence. It's actually pulled boards off of the fence. And they say that they have a few other people in their neighborhood that have seen it. This was a while back, but they still live in the house, and they still, from time to time, have experiences. So I believe that they can, if we're butted up to country, I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. Mama, hey, from the East Coast, love your work. Hey, thank you, love you guys out there too. You guys are awesome. New England or Massachusetts in the fall, awesome. What state? Washington. Let's see here. I have bears, coyote, mountain lions, wildcats on my farm, as well as boogers. Nice. I love the name boogers. I like it. British Bigfoot reports. Deborah Hartwell, British Bigfoot reports. There you go. There you go. Some British Bigfoot reports. Hatswell. It's Hatswell. Hatswell. Missing 411. Totally into Missing 411. I totally buy into that. I really do. Most of that stuff, I'll tell you this right now, most of the stuff is probably explainable. However, there is a decent sized percentage of that stuff that is absolutely scary as all get out. And I really do believe that an even bigger percentage of that other percentage is probably Bigfoot related. So, my name is Red. Cool. How tall is the biggest Sasquatch you've heard about? Me, personally, April, I've heard of like 14 feet tall. Now, I'm not really going to buy into that, but, 11, 12 feet tall, I can totally buy that. Comes from Irish and Scotch. Scott moved in this area moons ago. My family's Irish. I'm finding structures in the Netherlands as well. I believe that, yeah, rightfully so, Ed. Netherlands are a pretty heavy place to be for Bigfoot. I think it's a great, I think, naturally speaking, they should be there. If they're here in the Pacific Northwest and along this northern part of this country here, why not there? Because if you think about it, the biggest, largest forest in the world actually stretches along the northern part of the hemisphere, through Europe, through the northern Russia area, all the way through Canada and the Pacific Northwest of the United States here. So. Build a structure in 2 hours on my channel. I get hacked. I know some kid who wants to flag my channel, and all I am sub to. You can't really get hacked on YouTube, dude. That's a Google thing. But do they do stupid stuff to you? Yeah, they can. PacWest 92411. Yes. Bigfoot is everywhere in the world. They work the land and trees. What is the name of the British Bigfoot? I already said it. It's in here. It is in here. It's Hatwell. Deborah Hatwell. I think the wildlife park rangers have legit info on Bigfoot and their. Here's the deal, and I'm going to let you know this real quick. I have some friends out in Southern Oregon coastal range here. They actually had talked to some uppers in the Forest Service, and they actually have a map, and he let them take a photo of that map that they owned, that the Forest Service has, that's pinpointed where a lot of the Bigfoot sightings and where Bigfoot usually tend to be within that particular geographic area, basically between Brookings and Coos Bay area of the Southern Oregon coast. So, yeah, I believe they do. There's been quite a few game warden accounts out here. State Park Ranger about Bigfoot next, and he recorded it. But not sure if I can upload it. We can upload it. We'd have to edit it. I've got editing software, so if you want to edit some sections out of it, we can upload it here, dude. I don't care. If you want to, let me know. Sounds really interesting. So I got about 5 more minutes here, guys. I've seen a video like that. PacWest. Yeah, me too. Heck yeah, upload Drowned Dwarf. Yeah, I would upload it, dude. Just upload, man. Do not know the word. Bear is code word for Bigfoot from park. Interesting. We were talking a little bit about cover-ups and stuff like that today, so. Oh, Navdeep, that's interesting. That's very interesting. That's pretty awesome, guys. If you guys read Navdeep's right there, and he's from India, and since childhood they were told not to venture in the dark alone, and Vamanush, aka the Yeti, that roams the dense forest and jungles there. Interesting. I just want to get in trouble. Yes, I need editing, bro. I'll text you. Yeah, please do. If you want me to load it up here, I can edit out whatever you tell me to edit out, and then we can load it up here and let everybody hear that. The strangest is I don't find structures in all wooded areas. Oh, maybe not everywhere, because you gotta look at population size of things. So, how many live in a particularly, like, are they territorial, and how much territory do they take up? Is it like, say, 1,000, square miles of woodland per, family or clan or whatever we want to call them, grouping of Bigfoot. What's the future of the Sasquatch phenomena? If you're asking me that, I don't know. For us, just research until one is found. Computer ignorant hillbilly can do it. You can't. Wood bugger, that's awesome, dude. The only way I can imagine a 14-foot Bigfoot is they were letting shoulder to reach something. Yes, I'm goofy. Me too. I'm goofy too. 14 feet is pretty far-reaching for me. Saw one run across the road once, I think. And or maybe the next night heard a slap on the side of my house. Some weird knocking on the trees outside. Hey Rick, PacWest Bigfoot at gmail.com. Go ahead and email me. I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about that. Sasquatch around, get one ring in ears. Dave, how much field research are you doing yearly? I've got 4 kids at home that I homeschool, and I work here online. I get to go out and I like to drop my little recorder off from time to time, pick things up. I get to do that. I have some friends around here who do a lot of the research and everything else, which is really cool. Um, for the most part, I get to go out a couple, 2, 3 times during the summertime and do that. But I'm connected to the researchers here in my area who feed me a lot of really awesome information, and other people here. So, yeah. So you don't get catch you and you catch up. Sure. Do you believe the Patterson footage is real? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I met Mr. Gimlin actually a month ago, and he hung out with my kids a lot. And I'll tell you this right now, I did. I didn't try to talk to him too much about that, but I did say, I did. I just bluntly, I was like, "So what do you think?" And he knew what I was saying, and he was like, "It was massive. It was just massive." You could just tell by his face when he was just saying it was massive. He just knew he was telling the truth. I believe they got one. Um, yeah, Heather, you're pretty much spot on. I get to do a little bit of research here and there. Mostly it's just audio stuff. I think audio is some of the best evidence out here, anyways, currently. Um, for the most part, I'm an enthusiast, total enthusiast here. So that's what I do. So I will take these. I will do interviews. I do these right here. We have little discussions for a half hour, 45 minutes at a time. And then I take, short little things that have happened to people and experiences and turn them into awesome stories like Native Americans, doing those really awesome storytelling for it. So based on true stories. So that's what I do. I'm not a BFRO here. Not at all. Dang right, they got one. Yeah, they did. Do you know someone who wants to check out my photos and video I made of the structures I'm finding? Well, you can send them to me, man. I would love to check those things out. That'd be awesome. Audio is so overrated. I don't think any evidence is really overrated. You could say that about pictures. You could say that about video or whatever. I think audio is really good because uh, it's pretty much like anything else. It's either real or it was faked. I mean, one of the two, And audio is pretty good evidence because you can use science to kind of some real good science behind audio vocalization, and you can really pinpoint whether or not something really was authentic. So for me, audio is not overrated. It's actually very important. But the PG film, that era with all the cameras and technology we have today, we don't have any good videos or clear photos. I don't know, Gerard, about that, dude. There are some good photos out here. I've seen good photos. I've seen other film. There's good and there's bad with everything, even today. Why is there not as much today? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you mean underrated? Oh, Dripless. Cool then. I'm with you, dude. I think, or ma'am, or dude, whatever. I'm totally with you. I think it's totally underrated. I think there needs to be more audio. Can you slip? Oh yes. Hold on one second, guys. Clear my throat. There we go. There you are. That was just for Linda. Cool. Let's see here. The audio of the chatter and mumbles is incredible. Oh, I love that stuff, Heather. I listen to that stuff like white noise in my ears at night sometimes. It's so awesome. And I got one from Yale that's coming out here pretty soon. Yale, Washington, from a while back. I think it was like late '90s or something like that. A guy had this little farm going on. It was like a little fun farm or something, but he had this like cornfield in the back area. It was just a back section. He was gonna create like, it was like an acre of corn or so, 2 acres, whatever. And he was in the back, he said, and it wasn't much. It was just to sell, farmers market kind of corn stuff, and then create a maze in it, for the fun of it, for little kids and stuff, if people wanted to stop by and buy corn along the way in the fall. And he didn't have a lot of corn to sell because he said a family of Bigfoot was picking his corn and tearing the stuff up and eating it. I was like, dude, that was awesome. And this was like, guy sent me this like, 25 or 30 or so paragraph long, you know, experience part of it, like the experience part. So I had to really create too much in that one. It was pretty awesome though. But I got the backstory created to it, but the experience was just, I like that. They eat corn. It was awesome. So pretty cool. Let's see. Well, I got about 5 more minutes here, guys. Let's see here. Um, let's see. I listen too much. I am a horrible nightmare about a Bigfoot encounter. Yeah, yeah. A matter of fact, Heather, I can't wait to get you guys on here and do that interview. So you guys let me know when you're ready for that and everything. I really, your sighting and everything else out there in the Klamath Falls area is just awesome. So awesome. So let's see. Whoops, I think I passed something. Receive letters of encounters. Do you and stuff into the encounters, or you read it as the person writes it? No, I actually create the backstory around it. I fill in. It's like taking it's like taking an experience that, say, George Washington had, 200 years ago, and then you kind of create, like David McCullough, you create that kind of, he was in the cherry fields, the cherry tree field that was green and morning, and I kind of create that kind of looking, that kind of feel for it, so that it brings you into the experience that they had. So that you feel like you're kind of there. I mean, I'm not the best writer in the world, it's not like I'm flipping Stephen King or David McCullough or anything like that. But it kind of, I'm hoping to bring you into it for more of an entertainment side, but still at the same time, it fulfills that my own enthusiastic, being a Bigfoot enthusiast, it helps, kind of feeds me that, and many of you as well. So me, I wanted to be kind of the based on true campfire stories. I hear campfire stories on Time of Bigfoot all the time, and I like to listen to them. I think they're great. But most of them, you can tell they're just kind of far-fetched, fantasy stuff. Here, I wanted to take actual experiences that I've heard of and gotten received from people or whatever, and turn them into actual based on true stories. So people know that, hey, this is supposedly based on a true story. This came from somebody. And that's what I wanted to do. So that way you could curl up, get a cup of coffee, sit by the fireplace or a campfire, and just listen in whenever you can't go out and do the research that you want to do. Because I know I don't get to go out and do the research I want to do all the time. So, that's what I wanted to create here, and I hope you guys appreciate that. I hope you guys like that. That's what I wanted to do here. The audio on Oregon Bigfoot, Autumn Williams, childhood home area is cool. Yeah. Yeah. Region of India, the Buddhist monks have skull of the Yeti in there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I've seen that. I've seen pictures of that. Has great vids. Brown Dwarf has great vids. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So I have to get going, guys. Indeed. Let's see here. Anything else? Going camping with a couple of friends this weekend. Last time we ended it well now. Nice. Dogman, I've answered that before. King Cinema, I can answer that again. I'm not sure about Dogman. I'm still unsure about it. I'm still kind of a skeptic about it, but I'm gonna spend some time this fall and this winter kind of going through a lot of the stuff I hear out here and see what I think. So, yeah. Yep, Dave, we do appreciate. Thank you so much. Sasquatch org. Thank you guys very much for that. I wanted to be the kind of, based on true story entertainment for you guys that are out there doing the research. And when you can't get out there and do the research and you really want to just hear some cool Bigfoot stuff that, you know, feeds that need, I wanted to fill that void. I wanted to be the void filler for that. So that's what I wanted to do because I had my own experience. I found my own stuff, and this also feeds my own. So my need to write and my need to create, and at the same time my need to be a part of the Bigfoot community at large. So great shows, PacWest. I enjoyed them. Thank you very much, Wood Booger. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll get back to you tomorrow. No problems. Been busy, Dave. Will email you regarding my experience. That would be great, Jeannie. Please, please do. Please do. Love to sit down with you as well if you can. Thank you, PacWest. Thank you, Brown Dwarf. Dude, Glenn, you are just the awesomest guy in the world. Just to let you guys know, Brown Dwarf is he's an awesome, awesome fella. And I'm telling you what, he's going to be that next kind of, I would say that William Jevning out there, that kind of, he's going to, if anybody out here eventually catches this guy on camera, I'm telling you, in Southern California Sasquatch organization, you guys need to hook up with Glenn there, hook up with, he doesn't mind me calling him Glenn, with Brown Dwarf. Hook up with him, and you guys can share some information within California there, because I'm telling you, this guy is he's brilliant. He's got a lot of great opinions and theories, and he's working a lot of research and everything else that a lot of us don't get to go out and do. And that's why I'm putting his blog together and helping him with that, because I want to be able to follow that. So there you go. So awesome, awesome. Awesome. Well, let's hope they be drunk. Will do. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, no problem, guys. And you guys follow along, Southern California Sasquatch Organization. Find out what's happening down there in the mountains. Tin Man, I catch him all the time. Dave Brand, yeah, I follow his stuff too. Whatever I can find online with him, I was like, yeah, cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I got to run. I'm going to head out with my wife and family. You guys have a great and safe holiday weekend. No drinking and driving. That's a bad no-no. And please keep, keep Texas and everybody there in your prayers, especially for those who have lost loved ones in this and lost their lives in this, and those people who have lost their homes and whatnot. So pray for those guys. Whether you're a believer or not, prayer is always a good thing. Okay? So there you go. Have a blessed weekend, you too, Heather. And a prayer for your family real quick. Yeah? Awesome. And that's it. That's it. God bless you guys. And I will talk to you next week. Next week, I wanted to talk a little bit about... I'm really into fly fishing. But I don't want to talk about fishing for me. I want to talk a little bit about fishing in Bigfoot. How do they fish? How do you think they fish? What's your kind of idea about how they get fish and pull that kind of food source from rivers, creeks, streams, and whatnot? I want to talk a little bit about that, kind of dive into it. Okay? All right. With that, God bless you guys, and I will talk at you later.